Plain Hut. Day use area and car park, general camping and toilet. No horses permitted at this point. From our rugged north to the beautiful south to the centre, east, west, doesn't matter where, for four-wheel drive tips and tricks and travel and information, you have come to the right place. Come for a ride with us at Mud Ducks four-wheel drive tour. Well, g'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks 4-Wheel Drive Touring with another spotlight on campgrounds. Today we're down in the Kosciuszko National Park in the High Plains part of the park, and this is Long Plain Hut Campground. Long Plain Hut Campground gets its name from Long Plain Hut. Now I don't know if you'll see this before or after, but on our trip video, I take you for a walk around inside Long Plain Hut. So, this campground is only about 3 or 4 k's off the tar, off the Snowy Mountains Highway. The turn-off's not far from Yarrangonbilly Caves area. Now, it is, as I said, very close to the tar, so it's not too hard to get here. It's only 4 k's or 3 or 4 k's of dirt to get to this point. We didn't even let our tyres down. 2 reasons. It's a short distance and it was flogging down rain when we got here. This is the day use area. Quite a few picnic tables. Nice grass. And the hut in the background to look at, that's for day use. Then around to the right on this turning sort of loop road, you can see down in the distance there's a single drop toilet, and in the camping area itself. Now into this camping area you would get pretty well anything. The road here is very good, so 2-wheel drives, 4-wheel drives, motorhomes, regular caravans, off-road caravans, camper trailers. We're camping in a tent at the present time. Tents, swags, no problem. Now it's not level. That's one thing it's not perfectly level. It's a bit difficult to find a dead flat bit of ground. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's very pleasant. Yeah, normally you can have fires here. At the present, the park is in a fire ban, so you can't. But you've got quite a few fire rings. There's a little tiny bit of rubbish here on the ground, guys. A couple of boxes. But, I'll try and find a place to put those. I can't carry them with me on this trip, but I'll see if I can clean them up. Otherwise, it's pretty good. We're here literally just after the Australia Day long weekend, 2021, and it's in pretty decent condition. Now, things to do around here. It's a good jump off point to explore the park, which is what we're doing on this trip. So this is we drove in from the Tumut end, came down here. We drove down in a day from Newcastle, so it's a fair drive. But anyway, so it's a good place to come and start exploring Kosciuszko National Park. This particular campground has accommodation, or a different area for camping, for people camping with horses. So you've got walking tracks / horse riding trails around here. So I don't know where they all go. Maybe the horsey people know. What's that? No vehicles, no horses or yards, no camping past that point. Okay, so I don't know where they go when they ride, but they ride somewhere. So it's pretty good. If I had a caravan, which I will one day, I reckon I'd park down here and I'd give myself this view over the valley. Now we're parked a little bit further up. We tried to get a little bit of shelter from the trees in the rain, but we parked to get a view of that valley. It's pretty nice, isn't it? And there's the other way into this bit. So I don't know, it looks like it would hold half a dozen groups. It's not huge, but it's not little. Probably half a dozen groups without too much trouble, but as I said, not super level. So maybe a little bit more suited generally, especially up on this part that you're looking up into now, for something you can level, like a camper trailer or a caravan if it's got good leveling. And perhaps down the bottom here it's a little bit better level wise, so you might be better off in tents down there. Our tent is really not that level where it is. We thought it looked okay, but anyway, it isn't. So not sure what other things to tell you about the Kosciuszko National Park area, what to do in here. There is a 4-wheel drive track further down on the way to other campgrounds. But it's just in New South Wales high country. It's just a nice area to be in. So feel free to come and have a look at it. Check it out for yourself. I don't think there's much I can tell you more about this particular campground. I'm not going to take the camera down to where the horses go in. I'm only really interested in what we do as 4-wheel drivers generally. If you're a horse person and you come down there, you might let me know what it's like. There's a couple of horse trucks and floats in there too, so that's the other reason I'm not going down there. Alright, continuing on, I've moved from my part of Long Plain Hut Campground. I've come up to where the horses camp. Now I know I said earlier I was going to show you this bit, but I felt that'd be incomplete, so here we are. They have their own pit toilet. I dare say it'll be the same as the one we had down there at the hut. They've got a little corral, so this is my designated horse camping. Got the corral here. But looks like if you really want to, you can electrify the fence. Doesn't like your horses very much. Anyway, so they've got a fair area. It's open and flat. Doesn't have any manufactured fireplaces. It has got a couple of areas where people lit fires. What it does have There's these tie down rails for horses, so it's designed for them. There's one just there that I just showed you. The rest of this it's actually quite flat, possibly flatter than where we were camped. And the grass is probably kept down by the horses. There's a whole bunch of little spots where people had fires. There's another one of these tie rails over here. So, yeah, if you come into Long Plain flat area in Kosciuszko and you're a horse rider, you can bring your horses in here and camp with them, which is pretty cool. Now, I dare say the maps and stuff for where you're allowed to ride your horses would all be available. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We've got a pretty decent view here too, both up towards the hut. I'll show you that if I can. That's the hut in the distance, and then around they get a pretty good view down over the valley down here too. It's quite pretty. Alright, that's the added bit. Anyway, like I said, that's horribly close to pretty well all I can tell you. So I might leave it with you at this point. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like these videos, click a like on it, helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing, click the notification bell to know when new videos come up. And at old hands, once again, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys, have a great one.